official Chev. Oh, go ahead, sir.
On another note, the People's National Party is divided in 5 separate quarters. So there's 5 separate leaders.
Hold on. You're saying that the People's National Party is divided into 5 quarters?
Yeah. 5 quarters. 5 persons.
Give us that. Can you help us a little bit more?
Yeah, the chairman.
Angela Brownberg?
Yeah.
Angela, come on now, Chef.
I'm being honest.
Angela Brownberg is going to run for leadership of the party?
Peter Bunting?
No, man.
Ian Hales? I'm just giving you some of the names. That's how divided they are.
No, but that's three.
The Mark Golden franchise is Mark Golden and some of the new MPs that just came into Parliament. The older heads is divided in separate groups, and they're backing separate and different person to become leader.
Where you get this from, sir?
I'm deep rooted within the PNP.
Oh, you have roots in the PNP?
Chev, I want to shock Hello Neighbor listeners and watchers, and I'm going to give Hello Neighbor as a research to do, and it's very short, it's not hard. But in the eastern section of the island, the western is Montego Bay, St. James, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's your card, West.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Well, in the eastern section of the island, there's one particular candidate when he was campaigning, he didn't have a lot of paraphernalia with the leader of the PNP. I leave it at that.
Wow.
And mind you, for those who hear me talk, me have evidence about that.
Yeah, but for that one we are talking about in the east, I don't think Imaga actually really run directly.
You see your mouth, Chev. I'm not coming for the live here now. You're not getting no problem. You see your mouth. You see me not try to say him, she, or the old lady, you know. And you afia, you know. Why, Chev? But it's Hello Neighbor duty to do that. The person is from the eastern end of the island.
I shall. Yeah. So, Chev, anything else?
But just to follow what Info is doing and just give a little bit more insight on who, what.
No, you're not putting me on problem. You're coming for Hello Neighbor live. You look more Hello Neighbor.
Yeah, man. Take care of yourself and thank you for the not a problem. Let me press you a little bit more, Chef. Though I want you to. You said there are 5 fractions in the party. You have only given me 3.
The one that Info just spoke about a while ago, Ann Crawford.
Okay. But okay, so these may be just power brokers, you know, sir, because when people start positioning for leadership, some people just take little, try to be power brokers in the party. Don't you think that someone like Brown Burke is merely posturing for maybe a position, not necessarily for the leader?
Yeah, but based on information that I've got, I've heard that she's working behind doors to become the leader.
Fascinating stuff.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Give me your take on currently what is happening in the PNP, Chev. How does this position the party for the future? You think it is going to damage them irreparably, or you think that this is going to blow off over the next couple of weeks?
For me personally, now the People's National Party need about 10 years for rebuild.
10 years from now?
Yeah, because they're actually currently damaged. And the
I
younger
agree.
and
I agree. Yeah,
the
I agree with
younger
that. But
and the younger
go ahead.
heads and the older heads within the party, they constantly keep clashing. So there's a lot of divide and rule within the People's National Party. Persons who came in under some of the stronger member of the People's National Party, now, currently right now, they're separated. Like, give you an example.
Yes.
Bunting and Queen of the South. They're now separated.
Were they together?
That's something that you need to do some research on.
No. I am asking you, sir. You are here.
Oh
as a
yeah,
guest.
they were. Yes.
And when I say together, I'm talking about in political terms.
No, man
well,
woman.
I don't know about that. I'm talking about in the politics.
Well, I'm telling you from sources, they were in a relationship, but now currently they're separated.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What I'm arguing is about the politics. You say though that they need 10 years to come back. Are you saying to me then that the Labour Party is likely to win a fourth and a fifth term, as far as you see it?
Currently, they're on that path.
The Jamaica Labour Party is on course to win 2 additional terms before you think the PNP can even recover?
Yes, based on the ground now and the past election, yeah.
You sure about that, sir?
The only way the GLP lose the next election is unless they give it away. Because there's area in which, hold on, neighbor, there's area in some communities that need a little bit improvement. Like an example, like the weather vane seat, like Northeast, St. Elizabeth. There's no way slowly should have lost that election, but there's some like hiccups that made slowly lost that election.
Yes.
So currently, Jess shouldn't have gotten that seat.
Yes, so I understand. She's under pressure.
Yeah, there's work need to be done. There's a little bit of work need to be done in some of those communities. And once the MPs, caretaker MPs, do the work, the next 2 elections sure win for the Jamaica Labour Party.
Before they go to the generals, though, they will have to face the people at the local level. How do you see that one?
Local government is not too much entrenched in the Jamaican society. It's mostly general election because people don't really go out for local government elections. But for now, if they want to remain and stay in government, local government always made a pivotal role who become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Yes. So you think like Infomedia that Golden will be replaced before the next election? You don't think that the PNP will keep him because he says he wants to stay, All
right, there was a letter that was written after the general election that's supposed to keep Mark Golden until the first PNP conference.
That's the letter that the MP signed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Golden said he wants to stay. That's what he said to Dion Jackson Miller.
Yeah, but after the last of the general election, there was also an emergency meeting that Golden should step aside and give it to somebody younger. And he still held on.
There was a meeting held.
Because there was that signing of the 26 out of the 28 MPs. There was one MP that never signed that was overseas. To keep Mark Golden as the president of the People's National Party until the first general election, first conference.
So definitely there'll be a challenge come September.
Yes. If not September, maybe 1.5 years from that, maybe half a year from that.
Yes. And you think he will prevail or you think he will be beaten?
The only way Mark Golden will prevail is less the funding stay behind him. But the party is now in 5 different fractions. So, and then now one of his backers, which is the Jacqueline situation, now has now been separated now from Mark Golden. It's going to be another dire for Mark Golden going forward.
Did I hear you say the only way he will survive is if the money stays with him? Are you saying to me that the members of parliament are not likely to support him through their delegates or the delegates through their MPs?
No. Remember what Mark Golden did when he ran against Colin Campbell? He paid the delegates.
Hold on.
He bought, hold on.
Hold on.
He bought all the delegates.
No.
At
Hold
that
on
time.
there. Hold on there, Chef. That's a little wide. I don't know that he bought all the delegates. So let's not say that.
Neighbor, I'm telling you. When he ran against
My brother Chev, neighbor usually don't like the heavy truth here, you know. When you're the neighbor, you have it, them truth here, neighbor don't really want, you know.
No. I just want to be straight. I don't know that he bought all the delegates. That's an absolute statement that I can't prove.
All right, neighbor.
Did he run against Colin Campbell? Hold on.
All right.
Did he run against Colin Campbell?
Yes, for
I need
Omar
to
Davis.
understand.
For Omar Davis.
Oh yes.
So if there's, I'll give an example, right? At the time, it was 80 delegates. Colin Campbell has been working in that constituency for extended period of time. When he became the chairman of JUTC, Colin Campbell take a lot of people from within that community to work at JUTC. There's no way Mark Golden could come in from the private sector and come in inside a government and won 74 out of 80 seats.
80 delegates.
Yeah. There's no way you could get 74 delegates out of 80 delegates when Colin Campbell has been working that constituency for so long.
This is heavy stuff. Well,
no, it's not heavy. It's just something you maybe not looking into. But
you think so? No. Yeah, you think I haven't looked into it? No, I just want to be careful. So you're saying to me that you don't think that the delegates will back him for the leadership without the malignant influence of money?
Most of the delegates is not with Mark Golden. They're against Mark Golden.
The delegates, sir, of the People's National Party are not with the leader?
Nope.
Is what you're saying to me here on this glorious Tuesday, the 7th of April, sir?
Remember, there was one PNP, One Love, and the Risers. Remember, One Love and one PNP is not intertwined with the Risers. They don't like the Risers.
What a
Mark Golden, Dayton Campbell, Peter Bunting, they're all part of the Risers.
Do you think that Lisa Hanna is going to come back?
Lisa Anna is one of the worst performing member of parliament ever in the history of Jamaica, alongside with Peter Bunting.
But charismatic, loved. You think she will have any influence?
Yeah, but that's not leadership quality.
You don't think she can? You don't think she can?
That's just a facade, neighbor.
Yes. So who do you think will emerge as the leader come September or a little bit after that? Who you think
if Damien get the financial backing, Damien will become the president. If he get the financial backing. Other than that, there's no one else.
How important is money in this process? How important?
Very important. Without money, delegates don't vote.
Would you say about 8 out of 10 or 4 or 5? How would you grade that? Money
is 10 out of 10. Without money,
10,
nothing moves.
10 out of 10 in a leadership election?
Without money, nothing moves.
But
People
then this is
don't
the
vote. But neighbor, people,
hold on.
neighbor.
Yeah, hold on. Let me bring Scratchy in here. Scratchy,
Yes, neighbor.
you agree with that, sir?
What? I didn't hear.
That money in a leadership election is 10 out of 10. That it is the thing in the leadership election.
Definitely, neighbor. In a leadership, remember the last leadership race, neighbor, it said that Peter Bunting spent about $650 million in the neighbor.
And lost.
So definitely, neighbor, money play a big role, neighbor, when you're in a leadership race, neighbor. Any leadership race, neighbor, because you can buy the delegates, neighbor. And the PNP now, neighbor, has changed from delegates. They have something that they have in each constituency that they call groups. So it's not just delegates alone who's going to be asked to vote to select the leader. Each constituency have groups that is headed by the chairman of the constituency. And the pool is even more wider now than just delegates. So it is definitely, neighbor, going to be strength of money, neighbor. Who's ever win that election leadership race, going to be strength of money. And I think, neighbor, and this is my personal opinion, I think that if Mark Golden remove himself, yes, the field will be open. But I think if Mark Golden don't remove himself, neighbor, none of them cannot beat him.
Because of the malignant influence of money.
Yeah, neighbor. Not even to ask if the money is going to back him, neighbor. Mark Golden is the money.
Scratchy.
Yes.
Now, for make a little interjection on that. Mark Golden is not the money in the PNP. He's somebody else. The person who has the money in the PNP, that's the one person who helped fund 20 campaigns in the last election. And that is Philip Palwell. You'd be shocked.
I was wondering, Chef, when you were
all of the nuts. Scratchy, you would be shocked here.
Mark Golden Richard and Palwell, Chef. Mark Golden is the money, man.
I was wondering.
Is it Philip Palwell that have the money, like where I say?
I was wondering when Philip Palwell
Mark Golden is the financial bucket even at the People's National Party.
So why is Palwell not challenging for leadership?
He will.
Actually, move him, but so them not going to remove him. You see, all this loan where you say PNP get Chev, all that loan is Mark Golden, the guarantor behind that loan. And as lot, man, the character mash up, neighbor, man. Them are the character mash up. Them are the credibility, integrity mash up, man.
Philip Palwell is going to join the race. Me can tell you that. Philip Palwell is going to join the leadership race. Okay, we can tell you that from now. And Philip Palwell is going to be a formidable opponent because he has the pockets that are very deep. Very deep.
Harry Henriquez?
Yeah,
Harry?
I don't think so. Mark Golden have corporate Jamaica more than any other one of them neighbor. Mark Golden has corporate Jamaica more than any one of them neighbor. Whatever loan the PNP got in the last election to many corporate Jamaica, now they got that loan because of Mark Jefferson Golden neighbor. He was the guarantor behind that loan. He was the strength and the bucket behind us for them to get that loan. So I don't see them out doing Mark Golden to certain level. Palwell not ever lead PNP. Palwell credibility, everything damaged. PNP don't want to see Palwell. They don't want to see Palwell. I think they might stick nearby. If Mark Golden step aside, then the field might be open. But I think as long as Mark Golden remain, none of them not gonna beat him. Not one of them can beat him.
Yeah.
The discussion now is if Palwell decides that he will not enter the race, Palwell is going to back Damien. But something is being worked out. I wonder how many year Palwell name call.
Yeah, because Damien also is a part of the one PNP along with Palwell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the plan is, because Palwell wants to be leader. If I did up to Portia alone, Palwell would be the president of the PNP now. But if the tides will be swinging against him, he will back Damien, and Damien will win.
If you look at even the constituencies them protecting, we know if you look at the constituencies neighbor tend to follow neighbor wherever their MP or their member of parliament is going in a leadership race neighbor. Look at the 28 or the 27 member of parliament in the PNP. These guys were selected. Mark Golding had a big role neighbor in the selection of these people. A lot of these people are people who are in line with Mark Golding. A lot of these people neighbor, they whatever supporter they have neighbor, their supporters are gonna follow them. And they're saying Mark Golding is Mark Golding is neighbor. Mark Golding is not stupid in the neighbor. Mark Golding know what he was doing, when they make the selection of these type of candidates who see coming at the PNP. Notice a big look young new people. You know why I'm putting these people neighbor, because these people are people who are in corner. These people are people who, when it comes to voting time neighbor, their groups and their delegates and their groups have to follow them and vote for whoever. When I was in West Kingston neighbor, and the Labour Party race was going on with Andrew Jones, the member of parliament says Andrew Jones in my back. All of us as delegates, what we have to do? We have to go in line with the member of parliament. We couldn't go against the member of parliament. You get sabotage, you go against the member of parliament. You go sabotage, you go against the member of parliament. So it is very difficult.
So the MP dictates where the delegates go.
Neighbor, the MP dictates where the delegates go, neighbor. Look at all the MPs who are in the PNP right now, neighbor. They are backative of Mark Golding, neighbor. Mark Golding put them in there.
Scratchy, I think we're misreading what is happening, and it is only when it is played out we are going to understand fully. The PNP is a very fractious organization currently. A lot of who ran in the last election had nothing to do with Mark Golding's selection. Okay? Had nothing to do with Mark Golding. And a few of who Mark Golding have a hand.
Wait me. Nothing to do with Mark Golding's selection.
A lot of power brokerage happened leading up to the candidate selection in the PNP. So there are a lot of people, because Mark Golding wants everybody to believe that he has an handle on things. He doesn't. And that is the problem with the PNP. That's why.
All right, protecting. Tell me some member of parliament on the PNP right now. Wait. I know Mark Golding them in line. Only person who see the man and push out all of the one PNP them.
Quite a few.
You know, see what Mark Golding them though.
Mark Golding is neighbor spoke about Judas.
Mark Golding was the leader of the PNP.
Neighbor spoke about Judas in his preamble. We are going to see some things revealed and emerge as we get closer to September or after the local government election next year. Remember, I've been saying this for like a while, guys.
Only if him step aside, protecting. As long as he remains, they can't beat him. Nothing can beat him.
He will not step aside.
Well,
because
nothing cannot beat him then.
One of the plan is to peacefully and quietly hand over the party to his best friend who promised his father that he will lead the PNP one day. So that is one of the plan. Also, we don't know which one of the plan are going to work yet.
That will
because
never happen.
Right now they are negotiating.
That will never happen.
So that is one of the plans.
Never happen.
Peter Bunting can never become the president of it.
Okay. But
Peter Bunting will never lead the PNP.
Right, but that just to show you how far these people are going in their deliberations, in their considerations, because they want it to be peaceful, because they know that if it get dirty and long and drawn out, then if it will carry them into about 3 years, and Andrew can just call a snap election in 3 years' time for them. They don't want it to go that far.
Protecting. You think it was by chance? Protecting. You think it was by chance when time Mark Golding changed the constitution of the party so the leader cannot be challenged until 2 years after election?
No, it's not by chance.
You think it was when them changed it and say it's not delegate alone who can select a leader?
It's not after. It's 2 years before.
Those things were strategically done because they knew exactly what it.
Yes. It's 2 years before.
MP becoming candidates in the last general election. I mean, I tell you, protecting him. A lot of them used to work for him in a personal business. A lot of them used to work for his sister, and they are fully and 100% behind him. And then
few of them still work for him.
Scratch it.
And the groups in their constituencies.
Scratch it. Hold on now. The Constitution for the People's National Party is
protecting. None of them cannot beat Mark Golding.
We are going to get some surprises because it is fractious, very fractious, and we are going to see maybe more than 5 people emerging as candidates. We're going to see it. And it is going to be dirty. It is not going to be clean. PNP not play nothing clean, even among themselves. So it is going to be very nasty. Me just want them to put it off until 2028. And when it start boil up, then we just whop it on them. But we will see. We're going to see it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, let me correct something a little bit, right? Within the People's National Party constitution, you cannot challenge a president of the People's National Party 2 years before an election.
A general election.
A general election. 2 years before a general election, not 2 years after. Once they lost an election, they can step down automatically, or they can wait until the first conference.
Yeah, but step down is not challenged. Step down is not challenged. If it was that, Mark Goni would have been challenged. It's also after as well. It is after, so the party is getting a ruckus a certain level.
1 year after the first conference, themselves. Because they when they signed after they lost the election, that letter that they signed is to keep Mark Golden as a president for 1 year after until their first conference.
Yeah, that was just a little rig up just to keep him there long enough. But the Constitution says what it says, as Chev said. They can't challenge a leader. A leader can step down if they feel like, but they cannot challenge. The People's National Party Constitution, party Constitution is a funny document. It's a funny document. It's an occultist document, really, but it's very funny. It's strict, and them stay true to it as much as they can. But there are cracks emerging. The cracks started even before the election, But there are clear cracks emerging in the People's National Party. And we ain't seen nothing yet. What it's going to do when the things start to hit the fan, it is going to drive the Jamaicans who are in the middle, who did not know what to make of either side. It is going to push them towards the Jamaica Labour Party. And that is going to be one of the good things that is going to come out of this. But this is going to be very nasty because Angela Brown-Burke decided that she wants to be president because she want to make some history. I don't know if she promised for her father something, but everybody seemed to promise them daddy that them are going to lead the PNP. So let us see what is going to happen.
I think nothing can beat Mark. Nothing.
We've lost Chevy.
Nothing can beat Mark. Mark Golden will remain the PNP leader. Nothing that can beat Mark Golden. Not one.
Scratchy. Him like the power, but I don't really think him want to stay there either. Him really like the power.
If him remove himself, but as long as he remain, and I don't think him can remove himself right now. The reason why he cannot remove himself right now is whatever loan the PNP got in the last general election, Mark Golden was the guarantor behind that loan. And he cannot take away himself and the people don't get back the money.
He cannot by himself bankroll the PNP anymore. I remember in the local government election, the last one, after the election, one investor into a certain company run by them shared some information with me that somebody inside the company told him that in a company money them use run the local government election. Him can't do that again. Him cannot do that again. Him cannot attempt to even do that again. So, other than Dennis Garden, who have a truckload, a trailer load of money, it again, a money keep the PNP and a money motivates the PNP. And they want to control the councils, but right now it is too fractious. And the cracks are going to begin to emerge even before the local government election. Right now, I don't think the PNP can even win back St. Mary and Hanover in the next local government election. They cannot win it back. They can't win them back. They're going to lose at least 2 of the councils that they currently have. So there are very exciting days ahead, guys, and we are going to see things unfolding in front of us.
Protecting, you'd be surprised to know the whole of Mark Golding have on the PNP since he become the leader of the party there. The changes the Mark Golding making a constitution, the changes the Mark Golding making at the secretariat, changes the Mark Golding them doing a whole lot of things. Mark Golding them have a strong whole on the PNP. All who was there were Peter Phillips back him. They are silent in the party. They are sidelined.
Scratches signal is a little.
Yes, Antenna. I'm responding to somebody in the chat. Antenna. Yes, the PNP won Hanover, but they lost majority of the divisions. They lost majority of the PDs in majority of the divisions. They only carried home the seats by maybe their strongest. So each seat of one each of the strongest PNP support, and they just max out their support. Once they maximize their support, they carried home the seats. The JLP won majority of the divisions in the last general election in Hanover. I think the JLP won 6, no, maybe 4 or 5, something of the sort, or 6 out of, or 7, somewhere there. I don't remember correct exactly now. But JLP won most of the divisions in the last general election. PNP only maxed out the strongest one.
Well, I miss one of the most important part of the PNP too, because I know PNP good in the neighbor. I say the PNP, I'm telling about the PNP again, neighbor. The PNP is a party, neighbor, that is controlled and run by strong men. And you see the strong men of the PNP, they are all in line with Mark Jefferson Golding. The strong men of the PNP, neighbor, they are all in line with Mark Jefferson Golding. Yeah, but don't think the PNP will look at normal organization will just go run race and talk about winning it. Mark Golding control the biggest PNP neighbor.
Yes, they give him a strength.
Any other strong man.
Junglist.
All about. Neighbor, they believe in strong men. The PNP believe in strong men, neighbor. And the strong men, they have big talk in that organization in terms of where delegates go and where delegates look. Neighbor, why you think Peter Bounty lost that runoff race? Peter Bounty had that race to win, you know. You know why he lose it? Because him call the strong man them wash up. Him call them wash up that neighbor. And look what happened now. Peter Bounty lose and step aside. Mark Golding came forward. All of the same strong man them who did not support Bounty, all of them came over and gave who them support. Mark Golding them support neighbor. All of the strong men them are the wash neighbor. Political organization like PNP neighbor, it don't just run upon what you see on paper here. It's behind the scene we run.
It's the first internal
we run that organization neighbor. Strong men have a big talk in a PNP neighbor. And all of them neighbor are backed by Mark Golding.
Okay.